Hello, the internet. My name's Laura, and welcome back to my channel. We're going to be doing a little bit of organizing from, as you can see, Neo Genesis and Neo Revolution. Those are the next sets that I have in my binder, and thus they are the next sets that I'm going to be organizing. So we're going to set Neo Revolution aside for a second, because, you know. I also have some extra cards that I just got from a friend that might be cards that I don't currently have. Okay, so this was the first set in stage 2 of Pokemon cards, and it was the first time that we were seeing the new Pokemon that had gotten they're the Gen 2 Pokemon. And we were super excited because we were getting new Pokemon. I mean, this was the first time that we were getting new Pokemon. It was awesome. And it was also a little bit easier to get the Japanese cards. My Excel sheet says that I have about 53% of this set. Almost all of it is in Japanese. I think I got a booster box. Which is how I got so many cards. Still only 53% done, but as you can see, I've got some of the rares here on the top. And these are, oh, there's another set back here. Okay, hold on, Neo Discovery. Okay, we're also going to be doing Neo Discovery. Got to figure out what order those came in, but these guys are in my old crusty hard sleeves that I really don't like, so, you know, I'm going to be pulling everything out, moving them over, and replacing these sleeves because I do not like them. They're the ones that stick to the, you know, they stick to the, luckily the sleeve and not the card because I've got sleeves on all of my cards, but yeah. Okay, I found my sleeves. They are, I don't know, they're sleeves, whatever. Set those down there. This set is probably not one that I'm ever going to finish. It's only 53% done. I don't have any particular, like, yeah, it was the first time that these cards showed up, but I wasn't in any way particularly enamored with this set. So, like, this is going to be a, you know, figure out what cards I have, put them in order, and then they just are going to, that's going to be all that I ever do with that set. So that's fine. And then those binder things are going to go away. And I think most of these cards that are, these are number 1, English. But number 2, I'm pretty sure that they are like only commons and not even uncommons. Yeah, these are only commons, so probably not going to be a lot there, but that's okay. And then you can also see that, like, I have 2 Feraligators, 2 Meganiums, and there are 2, oh, Cyndaquils. There are the 2 Cyndaquils. There was a specialty pack that came out. I'm not going to be able to get this out. It was like a, not a specialty pack, but like a specialty bundle. There we go. Are there 2 cards in here? What the? Interesting. I don't know what that is. That had all the starters. So, like, see, there's 2 Bayleefs back there. There's 2 Crocodiles. I got that specialty pack, and what ended up happening is when the English set came out, they took those promo cards from they were promos in Japanese, and then they were promos in Japanese, and when they put out the English set, they just put out all those cards. This might just be the easiest way to do this. I have another Girafarig, so I can sacrifice this one for the greater good? I don't know, whatever. So I have the cards because I got the promo thing and then I got the actual set thing. Like this is the promo card because you can see it doesn't have a rarity symbol on it. And then that actually came from the set because it does have a rarity symbol on it. Okay, I think I'm gonna pull the rest of these out of here off camera because you don't need to see me struggle with this. It's just silly. So we'll cut back in when I have gotten all of these cards out of here and we can actually start organizing. So while I was taking these all out of the sleeves, it occurred to me that because they're in Japanese, or most of them are in Japanese, I don't have any kind of a set number. Which means that if I got them out of order while I was pulling them out of here, or if I, had a moment of whatever when I was sorting these the first time, like they're not going to be in the order that they're supposed to be in. So I printed out the English set list so I can look at these and then make sure that if I have that card, that it is going to get put into the right place. So like, get all my hollows, which are obviously going to be first. And then we'll go by what I've got there. Boom. All right, so obviously Skarmory is not first. Okay. So Azumarill is going to be the first one that I have. I do not have the Ampharos, I'm almost positive. Yeah. Yeah, most of what I have... I mean, I think it's kind of interesting that in the packs that I opened, I did get all of the starters, the cards that were actually in that pack, and then I had the promos. But I just think that's interesting that I ended up getting all of those. So let's put those together. Okay. So Azumarill first. I keep my cards in such good shape. Okay, Azumarill. Blossom, which I don't have. Then the Feraligatrs. Alright, so the one that has a rarity symbol on it, I'm going to put first. Just because I assume that that's how they did them when they were printing them. I don't know, that just makes logical sense to me. The one that's from the set goes first and the one that's the promo goes second. Alright, Heracross and then Jumpluff. Jumpluff we do have. Hello Jumpluff, such a cute Pokemon. Not really worthwhile for anything except being cute. Okay, we do not have the Lugia. The Lugia from this set is apparently, well, so the English has first edition because we're still in first edition land. And then English, because these are all Japanese, and English are obviously worth more than Japanese because, no, you shut up. And I was looking up these cards just because I was curious. I still don't know what that is and where it came from. And the Lugia is worth like a ton. First edition English from this set is like, no. But I don't have it. It's a pretty card. It's an okay card. The art here is still a little basic in this set, obviously. We're still kind of just getting the Pokemon on a nondescript background. Okay, so Meganium to Skarmory. Okay. Kind of interesting how I ended up the way that this had. I have one, these are like just the random ones that I have, and then all of the starters are just going right there. It's kind of cute. Didn't plan it. It just happened. Oh, those are probably have a little bit of a glare on them. Boop. Try and keep that in the middle. Okay. Looking good. All right. Oh, and all the hollows go on one page. Because that's all the hollows that I have for this set. Cool. Okay. Beautiful. La la. Okay, so now we're getting into these guys, obviously. Okay, so rares. Oh no, this is a. Okay, that's a rare. That's a rare. I don't think these are rares. Uncommons. We're still in the part where we put uncommons in alphabetical order. Okay, so these are rares. Murkrow and then Sneasel. There are a number that I don't have, but that's okay. We're just putting them in the order that we have them. Yeah, so like I was saying before, this is our first look at the new Pokemon. Because I don't think any of the games had come out yet that had the new Pokemon in them. We knew like certain ones, like the fact that Chikorita was named Chikorita was because we had seen this Pokemon and that's its Japanese name, and everybody was like, well, now we know it is Chikorita, so obviously you have to name it Chikorita when you bring it over here. Okay, so these guys, I'm gonna see how I feel about these sleeves. I might not replace these sleeves because they're actually still in pretty good condition. That one could probably be replaced. It's a little wrinkly, but okay, so Murkrow, Sneasel. Okay, Ipom. I mean, it's got a little thing on the end, but I think it'll be okay. Or are we in the... Okay, hold on. Let's see if these sleeves actually fit better. I'm not sure that they will. Yeah, that doesn't look like that's going to be any better. I definitely have gotten to the point where I'm like, okay, if I'm like re-sleeving all these cards, that's like a lot of... Oh no, it does fit better. Shoot. Okay, we'll see how see how that goes. Okay, so Ipom, Gyarados, which I don't have, and then the Bayleefs. Okay, so we have the one with the rarity symbol on it. You really don't want to work for me. You want to make me you want to make me redo all these. Okay. They're penny sleeves, Laura. They're not that expensive. It'll be okay. Yeah. That just, it fits better. It does. What a shame. But yeah, so this was our first look at Pokemon, and so, or the new Pokemon, and So like Gen 2, like Gen 1 is special, right? Because those were like the first ones. But Gen 2 still feels really like, it feels like the original Pokemon almost, because I guess for me it's been out so long that, you know, they kind of go together in my mind a little bit. And obviously not everybody's gonna have the same reaction to this, but, you know, this was before we knew we were gonna get like, well, I mean, once they added new ones, like we knew that the series was gonna go on to add new ones, we kind of knew they were gonna add to it infinitely, but it was before we really, I don't know, understood what that really was gonna look like. Now that we have like 1,025. Are we still at 1,025? I think they may have added a new Eevee evolution, so I don't even know. I'm sure they'll keep adding new ones, so. All right, Clefairy, Croconaw, Electabuzz, Flaffy. Flaffy, Mareep and Flaffy and Ampharos were some of my favorite from the new. They're just so cute, and it was really interesting in that up until now, all of the electric Pokemon were really fast. And so it was interesting that Flaffy in that line was not. Okay, so we got that. Okay, need to clean that off. Yeah, these have been kind of like on the ground, and the static cling has been getting them a little bit dirty, so. See, now that's kind of cute. Like, that's not just a Pokemon on a background. Like, because he's asleep. Oh, sure, now you're not gonna fit perfectly and beautiful. There we go. Okay. Fluffy Furt, Gloom, Granbull. Snubbull was one of those Pokemon that I did not respond very well to. Because it was supposed to be like this super cute Pokemon, like how people like pugs and like bulldogs and stuff, where that like it's not really a cute dog, but like people see it as cute because it's kind of ugly. And that's what Granbull and Snubbull felt like to me. Like, they kind of tried to pass Snubbull off as this cute, adorable Pokemon, and I was like, yeah, no. I do not do that. Okay, Lantern. Oh, there we go, perfect. Okay, Lantern, Lydian, Magmar. Magmar is not a new Pokemon. He existed before. In the before times. It's knocked out. Then there was Hoot. There was just like Pidgey 2.0. Like, we just have a normal flying. Nobody likes it. It's just there. Okay, Miltank, which we don't have knocked out. Pampy, Piloswine, Quagsire, and then Quilava. Okay, yeah, looks like we do not have any of those. So we will put these guys in here. The Quilavas. Okay, and then Quilava, Seadra, Skipplum, Sunflora, Togepi, Xatu, all of which I do not have. So, okay, so that is all of our uncommons. All right, and then we're gonna go into our commons, which we do have a couple from my friend's set that has been given to me. Are these in alphabetical order? Did I at least do that? Okay. Yeah, there's not very many here. Most of them actually are trainers, which is kind of nice because, like, again, I don't mind the art. Like, I just like the art, right? So, like, the fact that these are in Japanese doesn't bother me any. But because the trainer cards are, like, all... I mean, like, they have art, but, like, there's so much text on them. And it's not like, I know that's Gramble, right? Like, I kind of like having them in English just because it helps me be like, oh, this is Double Gust and not, you know, just the Japanese symbols or whatever. Okay, so we're going to Chikorita. Okay, and we have it in English. We also have it in Japanese, and then we have the promo. And I came to find out as I was pulling these cards out that all the English cards that I had put in there, for some reason, are not in sleeves, and I'm very, very disappointed in myself. Like, what the actual heck? Luckily, even though they were in those horrible, horrible pages, it doesn't seem to have damaged any of them, at least that I noticed when I was pulling them out, so that's at least nice. But a couple of them were, like, stuck to the front, and I'm like, ah. Yeah. Why do you do this to me? Why? That one's actually pretty clean. Okay. This first slot just seems kind of tight. Then all the rest of them end up being fine. Yeah, see, that sleeve fits in there nice. Okay, perfect. All right, so Chikorita, Chinchou, Chinchou. Yeah, as long as the sleeves are gonna fit in there. And then Cyndaquil, which I also have in apparently first edition, and it wasn't in a sleeve. What the actual heck? Yeah, I must have just like stumbled across a first edition for this one, because I definitely, I don't think I opened any English packs of this. I mean, you saw I didn't have any English rares. So, like, this might have been that I just traded for it or something like that. But yay, first edition. Okay, that sleeve looks like it'll... Yeah, alright, perfect. So, our Cyndaquils. Girafarig. Okay, so here we got this, and then we've got... Oh, I guess we're picking the cleanest one. That one's got some dots on it. That one looks good. Okay, so now we've got the English Girafarig. Girafarig was always a Pokemon that I kind of wanted to like, because I like the giraffe, and I like the fact that it's psychic, but it just was never... It was never very useful, I guess, and so... And then it was never very popular. Okay, Gilgar. Gilgar, I was just like, you're adding another bat. Come on. Ugh. Ugh. Beautiful. Good. All right, Hoot Hoot. Oh, English Hoot Hoot and not English Hoot Hoot. Again, not in the sleeve at all. Past Laura was dropping the ball, keeping her cards safe. All right, and then Hoppip. Hoppip's so adorable. Look at that. So cute. All right, will you fit? You will fit. Perfect. All right. Horsey, Ladybug, Mantine. I do not have a Mantine. Okay, let's see if this will fit in here. I have a feeling that that is going to be a no. It is a no. I mean, let's be perfectly honest. I can't draw this well, but I do not like that art. Like, if you're getting your art published on Pokemon cards, even in the early days, you're a pretty good artist. So, like, there's only so much that I can be like, ew, but, okay. And then Meryl. The English card looks a little squished, doesn't it? Like, look how Meryl's not as round. That's weird. Is the card... Oh, the box is smaller. Huh. Yeah, look. Like, the box for the Japanese goes all the way over there, and the box for the... So they squished the art. I never noticed that before. Is that like that on... See, the Hoot Hoot doesn't look squished. But yeah, no, the box is the same size. That's weird. Squished Meryl. Squish. Okay. Okay, Mantine, Mareep. Oh, I don't have the Mareep from this set. Sad. Okay, Natu. Also really like Natu. Very cute. I don't know, maybe I just like psychic Pokemon. I do like a lot of psychic Pokemon. Oddish. Again, that's kind of a cool... I mean, I guess that's also what they were trying to do there. Is this the same artist? No, it's not. Okay. Okay, not fitting. Okay. Onyx. I actually really like this Onyx card. Just the mood and the lines, I don't know. I was thinking this when I was pulling it out the other night. Like, I don't like a lot of Onyx cards. Like, I have nothing against the Pokemon, obviously. Just, I've never really seen, like, looked at art of Onyx and been like, oh, that's really cool, right? But this art I do really actually kind of like. Pikachu, which I don't have. Shuckle. Shuckle's another one of those ones that I really kind of wanted to like. I mean, he's super cute. And he can be very useful in certain situations. But I am not the type of person who plays like that. So, like, I just think he's adorable. And that's kind of the end of that sentence. Slowpoke. Snubble. Okay, we don't have that. Spinarak. Oh, I do have Mantine. You guys were sitting there yelling at me. I was like, I don't have a Mantine. Oh, no. Oh, okay, and these are Meryls, which I already have. Okay, so we're going back. Okay. There you go. You may stop screaming now. I'm sure I will make other mistakes, but you can stop screaming about that one now. Okay. So Spinarak, Stantler, oh, and Sudowoodo. I always thought that was funny because they were like, oh my gosh, we're so clever. It's a plant, but it's actually rock. And I was like, everybody knows. And it was really cute because in Scarlet and Violet, like, they had the terrestrialization, and so there was a gym leader that pulled out a Sudowoodo, and I was like, that's right, it's rock, so I'm going to hit it with water. And then they terrestrialized it into grass. And I was like, touche, guys, touche. All right, and then our Totodiles. And then the sad little Wooper who has to go on the page with all the trainer cards. Okay. He's like, at least I'm in English. Okay. Okay, arcade game. That is probably arcade game. Let's see. I'm throwing out there that that's probably arcade game. It is really nice when the art on a trainer, when I've got it in Japanese, where you can actually look at it and be like, yes, that is the card that I'm actually looking for. Okay, what do we got? Eco Gym. Eco Gym? I don't think I have that here. I have a whole bunch of Moo Moo Milk, so. Okay. No Eco Gym? Any of you look like a gym? No, that's Focus Band, yeah. Okay, so no Eco Gym, but I do have Energy Charge. Okay, then Focus Band. Apparently none of my trainers were in sleeves. I guess I just was like, they're trainer cards. Who cares about trainer cards? Okay, a card called Mary. Don't have that one. Then Poke Gear. That definitely looks like a Poke Gear. Okay. Super Energy Retrieval. Yeah, there weren't any of those. And then Time Capsule. What were you doing at the bottom of the pile? This is because I called you ugly, isn't it? Well, screw you, you're going at the end. How did that get back there? Oh, man. All right. It's my own fault. It is. It's mine. Okay. Poke Gear. Super Energy Retrieval Time Capsule, but I don't have. This has got to be Bill's Teleporter because that's Bill. We all know Bill. We like Bill. Bill gave us an Eevee. He also, you know, created the Pokemon storage system, but mainly the Eevee. All right, card flip game. Okay, I definitely don't have one of those. All right, Goldberry. I think I do have this in. Oh no, Goldberry and Berry are different. Okay, never mind. I have a Goldberry, but I do not have a berry in English. Okay, this is an uncommon. This first slot. Miracle Berry. That could also be Miracle Berry, but it really looks gold. I feel like that's Gold Berry. Miracle Berry new Pokédex. Okay, I do not have new Pokédex. Okay, yeah, I definitely do not. Okay. Then Professor Elm, which I do not have there, but I do have him. He's a little beaten up, but it is the only version of him that I have, so welcome to my binder. All right, Professor Elm, congratulations. Sprout Tower, already in the sleeve. I apparently liked Sprout Tower a lot more than the other cards. I don't know. Okay. Super Scoop Up. No. Berry. Regular berry? Regular berry. Okay. Okay, that one's really yucky. That one's really yucky. That one's got a bend in the corner. Yeah, okay. Berry. Double Gust. Oh, Double Gust. I mean, yeah, that's definitely one of those ones where, like, I wouldn't necessarily have guessed it from the card, like from the art. Okay. Berry, Double Gust, Moo Moo Milk. Okay, so, this, I think, is another instance of a card that was a certain art in Japanese, and then they brought over to English, and they were like, oh my god, nipples. Oh my god, nipples. Doesn't matter that it's a rubber nipple, that it's not a real cow, but oh my god, nipples. So, they changed the art. Here is Moo Moo Milk in the English. That is what it looks like in the Japanese. So yes, if you ever want, I mean, I think they do better these days. They're just more aware of it. But like, I have a decent number of cards that were put out in Japanese, and I have the Japanese version, and then they brought them over to English, and they were like, nope, not that art. Absolutely not that art. Pokemon March. That is actually this card, because I remember thinking it was dumb, but it's apparently like, it's playing the march, and like they're, I don't know. This is Pokemon March. And then we've got Super Rod. We've got it in English. We've got it in Japanese. Maybe pick the best. Leave the rest. And then there is a Darkness Energy and a Recycle Energy, neither of which I have. So, yay, I guess. Oh my gosh, that one's so tight. Okay, and then Snubble, here you go at the end. You don't get a new sleeve, you just live there now. Yep. All right, so here we go. We've got our whole set. Our beautiful page of hollows. We've got some uncommons. Uncommons to commons. Okay. Our one first edition card. The Mantine that we almost forgot. Luckily, you guys were loud enough that I heard you. Onyx card that I like. And then trainers, lots of Japanese. Our band art, and the Snubbull that will forever live at the end of the thing. Okay, so there, we've got that organized. And I'm also going to be doing the other, there were like 4 Neo sets. So I'm going to be doing those next, and most of those are really, really small. Like, I have like no cards from them. I must have opened maybe a pack or two. But they are in English, so I don't know. I have no idea if you guys care about that, or if you're like me where it's like, it's all about the art. Okay, so we've got Neo Discovery, Neo Revelations, and then there's one more that I apparently don't have like anything from. So this Neo Genesis. Oh no, that's the one we just did. Yeah, Neo Genesis. I don't remember what all these are called. So anyway, I've got this. Apparently, I did get some of this in Japanese. Interesting. But I apparently have more English than I did of the last one. And then we'll get the Neo Revelations after this. And then I have some cards from my friend's set that go in here. Or possibly do, anyway. I mean, that one definitely does. It's a rare, and I do not have it, so. I did not print out a set list for this one. I might, oh, these aren't even, none of these are in sleeves. So I might have to do some alphabetical order crap. Might have to use my alphabet that I learned in school. I mean, I assume I learned in school. I mostly learned in school. Okay, so, ugh. Yeah, these, of course, because this is a nice sleeve, is not going to take as much to get out. So we are happy about that. We are grateful. All right, Hitmontop. Okay, so this is Pineco. No, this is Forestress. Forestress? Yeah. It evolves from Pineco. So this one's gonna go first. That beautiful hollow. Okay, so Forestress. There's another card, and then Hitmontop. I guess I won't be able to tell you in this one which ones I don't have. Nice Tyranitar. Oh, and then as you can see, this is when Dark and Steel showed up. Well, I mean, for this, it's just, oh no, yeah, there's Steel. They needed to do some balancing because Psychic was overpowered. Because Psychic was and that's what they did. Okay, so what do we got? Oh, there's Pineco. Are these in alphabetical order? They are not. So this would be nice and confusing. All right, so that's an uncommon. Are these at least all commons? Commons. Okay, yes, we do not have to worry about those until we get to the commons. The EV we do have to worry about. Okay. Your name is Kakuna. So E comes before Kakuna. Scyther, Unknown, Xatu. It's a cool Scyther card. My partner really likes Scyther. It's one of their favorite Pokemon. And that's a pretty cool card. There are not a lot of Scyther cards, just in general, which is kind of a shame. Oop. Okay. So we have 2 Unknowns. I wonder if these are supposed to be at the back of the... Oh yeah, see, there's more Unknowns back there. Why do I have you guys here? Oh, because you're uncommons. Yes, you're uncommons. Okay. Because some letters are more common than other. I don't know. Okay. Is that a U? So M comes first. It's really stretching my alphabetizing skills. See, kids, stay in school because you will need to alphabetize your Pokemon cards. That's the reason. That's the reason you want to stay in school. Alright, Xatu. Also a pretty cool card, looking card. Stylized. And then our dear sweet Caterpie. Oh, so basic. So first 151. Caterpie is a comforting Pokemon. Okay, so, C. 8JK. Alright, we did have a Caterpie there, but we already had a Caterpie. Dunsparce, which we already have over there, and also in English. Okay, 5'8", 5'9". Rogue. 60. 66. Alright, hop up, pop up, pop up, pop up, a Kabuto. Okay. Hop hop, pop it, pop up, pop it, pop pop. Alright, Dunsparce. A really dumb Pokemon that doesn't do anything, and then they went and added an evolution for it. Because sure. Whatever. Okay, Hoppip. We have an English, we have a Japanese. Hoppip is adorable. We do not mind having an English and a Japanese. Adorable. Okay, so we do not need the Hoppip. All right, we have now a Kabuto in the English. And we have a Kabuto in the Japanese. Okay, no Kabuto. All right, Larvitar. Oh, he's looking in the puddle. See, that's cute. I'm not sure I ever paused long enough to notice that before, but it's cute. Okay, and then Mareep, which we already have. That is just, like, stare into their eyes a little while. Like, that is just the cutest. Like, how can you not love that Pokemon? Oh, so cute. All right, so no Mareeps. All right, we have an English Natu that we can add to our Japanese Natu. I see you not wanting to fit in there. Fit anyway, thank you. Okay, so Natu. All right, we have an English Ammonite to go with our Japanese Ammonite. See, that fit in there nicely. Why can't the rest of you all guys fit in there nicely? Seriously? Thank you. All right. All right. All right, we already have Pineco, English and Japanese. I guess it's not surprising that the common cards are the ones where I have them in both English and Japanese, because the packs that I opened, they were common cards. Pfft. Oh my God. All right, so Pineco, Poliwag. I'm gonna have to buy some more penny sleeves, I think, when I get. I've actually got a decent number of the harder sleeves that I use for the hollows and the rares, but I am running out of the penny sleeves. Not really surprising. All right, center it. All right, then Spinnerack, which we have only in English. So for you spider haters out there, we do not have two of the Spinneracks. We only have one. Ignore that. Okay. Teddiursa. And then Tyrogue, which could evolve into 3 different things. Okay, so Tyrogue, and then Unknowns. E, I, and O. E, I, E, I, O. Old MacDonald had a Pokemon. E, I, E, I, O. I guess the point of that song is that you then say what the sound is, and I cannot do any of the actual sounds for these. I mean, I guess I can do the Caterpie, you know, like when they say their names, but like not the weird little whatever noise. Though it was super adorable. I, in general, am not a fan of children. They're fine, but I do not want one of my own. And, but I met one, and, you know, he was cute as far as children go. And my friend who was watching him was like, okay, what does the fox say? And he go, tien, tien, tien. I was like, I mean, that would have been a fun thing, I guess, to do as a parent if I had ever been one, was teach my kids memes. And then, you know, she went through all the normal, like, what does the sheep say? What does the cow say? You know, the things that you teach children. And then she was like, and then what does the fox say? Tien, tien, tien. Oh, joys. Joy, joy, joy. Okay. Oh, we already had some extra energy arcs, so okay. So yes, if you do have children, teach them memes. All right, and that looks like that's that set. It is not very long. I do not have very much of it. That's okay. But because we have what we have. Now, I'm going to go ahead and put, since I'm going to keep a couple different sets in this binder, I'm going to go ahead and put the little divider between them so that when I'm looking through my binders going, where is whatever it is that I'm looking for, I know what sets are in here. Okay, and then we're going to do Neo Revelation. Put that there. Okay. All right, so Neo Revelation is even smaller. And I still do not have, do I have any rares? Do I have any uncommons? Huh. I must have not opened any packs of this then. I don't know where I would have gotten these cards. I've actually got some... This makes me think that I'm missing some pages. I mean, it does start... That's weird. It's really weird, but there are no other cards. I went through all of my binders, all the ones that I haven't sorted yet, to see if like they had gotten put in the middle of another set that I had just passed over, and it's no. I mean, I guess there's a number of explanations that could be why I have, you know, the entire set of commons and nothing else. You know, somebody was just giving them away because they were commons, and, you know, me being the art lover that I am was like, that's art I don't have, so, and this was the time, I mean, I kind of like dipped, it seems like from what I'm looking at, I dipped in and out of collecting, because you'll see that some of the later sets I have like nearly complete sets. So, also, if you hear anything in the background, my cats are now out, and there's any chance that they will interject themselves. Yeah, see, and I even have a first edition. Just weird. But I am glad for these arts. That's kind of a cute one. Though I have considered what to do with some of the sets that I don't have a lot of cards from, like this one. Though now that I see that this is all commons, like, I'm kind of like, should I just go ahead and, if I have a small set, go ahead and sell the cards, because they're vintage and, you know, somebody else might be able to get use out of them, you know, to complete their own sets? Or do I just keep them because they're my childhood cards, and, you know, at least I have some from the set, you know, I don't have just a blank or whatever. I haven't quite decided yet. Because there's no way I'm going to be able to finish all of these sets. I mean, unless I ever become independently wealthy and I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to go buy every Pokemon card that I don't have. I feel like I've got other stuff that I would rather spend the money on than this, than finishing vintage sets, but I don't know. You never know. So cute. Just a rainbow. I've dropped my sleeve. Come here, sleeve. First edition Slugma, because sure, why not? Smoochum, the Lolita Pokemon. Up here's a Snubble. Snubble that is in his correct place. Oh yeah, you just fall over like that. It's kind of a cool Staryu card. I'm definitely gonna have to buy some more penny sleeves. It's okay, I'm going to the store. And one unknown, it is K. That fell over again. Yeah. Okay. Oh, there's my cat. My cat who thinks it's time to be fed. It is not, in fact, time to be fed, cat. Please don't knock over any of my cards. All right, the camera may shake because he is currently on the table that is supporting the camera. No? He was much nicer about it this time. Oh my gosh. Wow, that like really just didn't want to... Will you fit in this one better? I'll give you this one if this one's better. Nope. Okay, and then I have an old rod. And then the one bulk card. All right. Neo Revelations. The revelation is I only have common cards. Okay. And though during that I did find this while I was going through, and this is the Neo something else set. All right, my editor is going to put it on there. I didn't know what it was when I was going through and trying to label all of my sets. But I have since gone through, and I also have some cards from my friend. So this set will actually be a little more interesting than that last one because there's actually going to be cards to put in here. And it looks like they're all in English, so I will be able to organize them without knowing my alphabet. Again, though, first edition... Oh, wait, are these all commons again? Oh my god, they're all commons again. There must have just been someone handing out commons. That's the only thing that makes sense. Because I was ridiculously organized as a child. I kept all of my Little Ponies in good condition, and I kept all of my Legos. Like, I recently sold my Lego collection because I was past wanting it anymore, and I still had the boxes. I mean, like the boxes, and they were in fairly good condition. So that's just, that was me. So it's really definitely not a, oh yeah, no, I just lost them somewhere, type of a thing. Like, I don't do that. Anyway, all of these cards were from my friend's set, and I went back. It's kind of a shame. I went back and I looked at this set. There's an Arcanine in this set that I do have, but I went back and looked at this set, and I really love the art in this set. Like, I really would have liked to have collected this set, and it's, just not one that I collected. And of course now it's vintage, and like every holo card is worth like $300 or $400, but not gonna happen. But that's okay. I will appreciate the cards that I do have. But yeah, there's just, the art is just, like, it's out there, but it's still pretty. I don't know if you... I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but I really like it. So... But yeah, one of the cards, because I have the Light Arcanine, but I do not have the first edition Light Arcanine. And that card, for some reason, is one of the more expensive. Like, the Arcanine out of all the holos is one of the more expensive holos. I'm like, nobody likes Arcanine. Why is Arcanine expensive? They're like, just is. So what do we have here? We have a 71. That is a 74. What do you want, Gato? He probably wants to be fed. Okay, this one's in better shape. Yeah, I almost never bother with the back of the cards. I don't care about the back of the cards. I mean, I take care of them, but... Okay, I do... Nope, that was not supposed to go in there. I was already looking at the Gilgar. All right, execute. Eggs are cute. There are some interesting things you can do with cards when it's like a whole bunch of different faces, like on separate little bodies. Okay, I have a first edition Gilgar. I am not keeping. I'll keep one if I've got English and... Will you not do that? No. No. My cat has recently discovered that he loves straws. And so that includes pulling them out of drinks that have soda in them. And that includes spilling the drink if the drink is in the way of getting to the straw. You're adorable. I love you. Don't do that. Okay, so first edition Gilgar. Okay, then we have Larvitar. Ladybug. Oh, little Ladybug, so sad. And then 73, so Yamachop. Whitening, Crease. Okay. All right, Machop. All right, we have a first edition Mantine. No. If you're coming over here to try and get my drink, you may not have it. All right, 74, 77. All right, 80, and then 81. Oh, okay, I have a first edition one of that, so. Remoraid, Seal. Oh. Yeah, that's 83, okay. Slugma, 82. All right, you do go in between this and the Sunkern. Congratulations, Slugma, with your little lightning going on in the background. Slugma is kind of funny because, like, it just always looks like it's stunned or scared or... Yeah. All right, that was 83. Okay, there's an 84 that I don't have. I am not surprised. 85. 86. This is a L. And this is a T. LT. It's lit. I don't know. That's all I got. Okay, and then 2 trainer cards. Energy Stadium, which is in really bad condition, but... And then Mail from Bill. All right. So those are all of the Neo sets, which are all going into this binder. I'm actually going to... All right. This is called Neo Destiny. You saw it earlier, and it's got a little weird star like that with another star. I guess I love you, Gato. I love you. Okay. All right, so these guys are gonna go in here. All right, so there we go. Got a couple of cards in here that are really nice. Oh, like I said, I like the art style on this one, though it's hard to see with so few cards. But, yep, okay, so there is our Neo. All the Neos. Genesis, what is it? Genesis, Discovery, Revelations, and Destiny. Ooh. And this is the beginning of Gen 2 Pokemon. So if you like this video, go ahead and like this video. If you'd like to see more of me organizing cards and making mistakes, go ahead and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video. Keep loving what you love. Bye.